Good morning, Vikings. I am today with chapter 7 of Other known as Sheila the Great. Yesterday, Sheila was hanging out with Mouse, and it seemed like Mouse was going to teach Sheila some yo-yo tricks. I'm excited to see what Sheila's doing today. Chapter 7. We go to day camp every weekday from 9 o'clock to 3. Then we go to the pool from 3:30 to 5:30. We are always so busy going somewhere that I can't believe we have been in Tarrytown for 2 whole weeks. One night, before Daddy got home, I arranged my shoes in the front hall with the toes pointing toward the den. Then I hid behind the drapes and waited. But between the den and the front hall was the living room and dining room. I heard Daddy come into the house and call, "Hello, I'm home." I hoped when he saw my shoes he would come and find me right away, because there weren't any lights on in the den and the sky was getting darker every second. It was beginning to thunder. I don't like thunderstorms. Daddy has told me 1,000,000 times that the lightning isn't going to get me, and I want to believe him, but I can't. I never should have hidden so far away. I should have gone into the closet in the front hall. Then I'd have been near the kitchen, where Libby and Mom were. I wondered what was taking Daddy so long, and what were those funny noises. I wished somebody would turn on the lights. I wasn't having fun at all. Maybe Daddy had forgotten about me. Maybe he wasn't even looking. I decided then and there that I would have to tell him I don't want to play this game anymore. Not in this house. I hoped he wouldn't think it was because I'm chicken. That's what Libby would say. She'd make her cackling noise and laugh at me. When I couldn't stand it behind the drapes for another second, I crawled out and made my way back into the living room on all fours. Finally, Mom shouted, "Sheila, come out for dinner right now, or dinner will be ruined." I was really happy when she said that. I ran into the kitchen and told Daddy if it is going to take him that long to find me every night, we'll never get to eat. So he agreed that we will stop our game for the summer. Now Libby will never know the truth, so she won't have to call me chicken. Every night after dinner, Daddy unchains Jennifer and lets her run around loose. He says she needs the exercise. She tears around the yard yelping. I watched from my bedroom window. Daddy and Libby and Jennifer have a lot of fun playing games. Libby throws a ball and Jennifer catches it in her mouth. And Daddy has taught her to roll over and play dead. Both Mom and Daddy say I'm silly upstairs and miss all the fun. Well, maybe I am, but I can't help it. I wonder if I had to be born like me and Libby, who isn't afraid of anything. Sometimes it doesn't seem. I'm getting to sleep in my room by my room. I just sure that my always covered with the blanket. I can't stand freaking out when I sleep. Anyway, this house is not nearly as spooky as Mouse's. Hers is much bigger and much older. They don't even use all the rooms upstairs. I asked Mouse if it scares her to live in a place like that, and she said she never thought about it. She has always lived in the same house, and before that, her mother's family lived in it too. And someday she might get married and live there too. She said a long time ago Washington Irving slept in her house. "Who's he?" I asked. "Is he related to George?" I laughed at my own joke. "You mean you don't know about Washington Irving?" "No, I never even heard of him," I told her. "You mean you are going into 5th grade and you still never heard about Washington Irving?" "I told you, no. Who is he anyway?" "Well, I just can't believe it," Mouse said. "What's wrong with those schools in New York City?" "If you know so much about him, why don't you tell me who he is at least?" "Oh, I will. I just can't believe that you don't already know, that's all," Mouse said. "Go on," I told her. "I'm listening." "Well, he was a very famous writer." "What did he write?" I asked. "Oh, he wrote Rip Van Winkle and the Legend of Sleepy Hollow." "I heard of Rip Van Winkle," I said. "He slept for a long time. But I never heard about Sleepy Hollow." "You never heard about Sleepy Hollow and Ichabod Crane?" "That's right," I said. "You people in Tarrytown have a lot of useless information. If this Ichabod Crane was so important, I'd have heard about him in New York." "Well, all I can tell you is that the Headless Horseman rode right through here," Mouse said, spreading her arms. "Right through Tarrytown. So naturally, it's important to us. How many towns do you think have a Headless Horseman riding through?" What do you mean headless? I asked. Oh, he was this man on a horse, and he had head. Ichabod Crane saw him and got very scared. But it's just a story, right? I mean, there's no such thing as a headless horseman. Well, Mouse said, it's kind of a story, but I believe it. In fact, I've heard him around here lately. Haven't you? Heard what? The Headless Horseman. If you listen at night, you can hear this eerie noise, and that's him, haunting Tarrytown. I don't believe you, I said. I don't care if you do or you don't. People who live in town all year long know it's the truth. What does he do? I asked. Does he people? Oh, nothing. He just rides around haunting. You know, ghost. There's this thing, ghosts, I said. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. I had a lot of trouble sleeping. Mouse told me that. I asked my father, did he know about Ichabod Crane and the horseman? And he's sure, it's a very famous story. Do you believe it? I asked. It's a story, Sheila. But there would be a headless horseman. No. Washington Irving. He lived around here, didn't he? Yes, but so what? What? Well, I said, suppose he really saw this horseman and thought nobody would believe him. So instead, wrote a story about it. You see? No, I don't see, Daddy. It's all me. I'll bring you a book of his story. You can read them. Then you'll understand. No, I shouted. I don't read about any headless horseman. After that, whenever I heard noises at night, knew it was the headless horseman from Tarrytown. I wished it was September and we could go back to the city where there isn't room for kind of horsemen to go haunting it. To me, this chapter's about some things that Sheila's afraid of. We already knew she's afraid of dogs, but now it seems like she has in fear. The headless horseman. I have to admit, it does sound pretty scary. I will be back tomorrow with Chapter 8. Bye.